Hello everyone, my name's Cole and you are watching Classy Herps. Alright guys, today I want to talk to you guys about control and your abilities to handle these kind of animals. Now I know we've all seen those TV shows like where a person who gets a little out of control, and whether it be a Burmese python, a tiger, an alligator, a bear, whatever, some animal, and they end up getting eaten by their animal. Now we've all seen that, or people have talked to us about if you own a reptile, and I just kind of want to take some time and talk to you guys about this subject. This goes out to about anyone who has reptiles. Is what's the most commonly asked question that you'll ever get is, why do you do this? Why do you have these animals? And the only thing that I can really say is it's an addiction. And so if to anyone who's looking to get into reptiles, be careful, okay, because it is a very addictive hobby, and it can be in a good way. It can be an addictive good thing, and it's to those people who make it into a bad thing. Those people get on TV because they died from it. The people never get on TV who make a living from it, who live perfectly good lives, and who are just having a great time doing it. They never show those people on TV. They just show the bad cases. But it can be very addictive, so you need to have a lot of control in this hobby, because if you have just some money to spend and you have space, and this can just go on forever, and it can really take over your life. And still to this day, after 2.5 years of being into this, I still can't answer that question, really, why I do it. The only thing that I can really say is just the desire to be with these animals and to have more and to make my own is just, I can't really compare it to anything. It's just really, really awesome. It's like someone who's a huge sports fan. It's kind of like that. You just want to be part of that. You just want to. It's just a thing. And with these animals, because they're actually living things, they can really take over your life with the amount of work, and it's easy to get overrun with the amount of animals that you have, and that's when things can start going bad. So you need to have some control, and with all the animals, every animal is just more responsibility. And if you can't handle that responsibility, you need to know when to stop. Because the great thing about these animals, especially snakes, especially ball pythons, the amount of time needed to take care of them is so small. One person can handle a lot of animals, which can really satisfy someone's need for this, which can be a good thing, and they can still easily handle it. Like, I have over 20 snakes, and I do this myself. And I can say that, but not all animals are like that. My tegu probably takes more time than all of my snakes combined together for maintenance and everything. I mean, think about that. So, yeah, these animals, ball pythons, are a great choice to go with. Just don't get super crazy with it to where you get out of control and you get into the media, and that's why people are scared of these snakes. That's why people don't like it, because still today there's things like this happening and they don't see the good side. Another thing is just the diversity of these animals and what you can do with it. Just so many possibilities and the things that you can look forward to, and there's just so many things you can do. Like what I've been having, this is a normal around my neck, and this one here is a piebald, and this is a bumblebee, and that's just 3 of the thousands of morphs out there, and the combinations you can put all these together, and you know, it's amazing what people can do and what is already being done, and it's just really fun, and it's really fun to get involved in that and actually do it yourself. And then you always have to remember that these are real animals. These aren't just things. They aren't just items. They're real living animals, and you gotta always stay connected with that and come to reality that what these things are, that these are living animals. And that's where a lot of people can go wrong, thinking that they can get as many as they want because they're not real animals. That's what they're thinking, and it's easy to think that when all it takes is 5 minutes a week minimum for these guys to survive, and it's really easy to start thinking that. And that's not how you should think about it, because you know, that's where people go wrong. A good technique that I have learned to do is actually go through and name all your animals and remember their names and refer to them by their names. That kind of adds to the realism of the whole thing, and they're not just an item. Like, this one's name is Scott, this one's Carmen, this one's Grace, this one's Katie, this one's Kim, that one's Abby, this one's Haley, this one is Lola, Josh, Eric, Jack, this one is Tulip, this one's Miley, this one's Darla, and this one's Alan. So I have them all memorized, and I can just look at them, and I know which one they are, what their genes are, where they came from, and what their name is, and their personality. I just know all these things. And if you guys do have some control, you'll be able to see the upside to these animals. Like this is my tegu here. I'll get him out for you guys. The upside to these animals is amazing, as he's kind of grumpy right now, but I think he might be going to the shed actually. But the upside of these animals is just outstanding. The friendship that you can get from one of these animals, especially something like a tegu, if you have some experience and you can handle it, you know, it's just amazing. It outweighs all of the time that it takes to care for them. The moments that you can spend with these animals will be with you forever, and it's just awesome. You see, he's just the best little, he's just so cute, you know? He's just a great animal, and yeah, I just love him. If you have some responsibility, you can have these moments, and it's definitely worth it in the end. And so you guys can stay as low in maintenance and care and easy as you want as a ball python, or you can go up as high as you want, like as a tegu or a green tree python or savannah monitor, or even if you have a lot of time on your hands, you could probably move up to things like an alligator. Which I don't know. You guys can do whatever you want, with whatever you want. Just be sure that you have the time, you have the knowledge, and you have the will to spend the time with these animals that they require, because it's people that just get them because they think they look cool or because they're a cute little baby and they don't realize what they're going to grow up to be. Those people are so ignorant. They make me so angry. It's what gets us in, people who have a real passion for these animals, gets us into trouble because they don't know what they're doing. And that is stupid, because those people get on the news because they don't know what they're doing, and us people that do know what we're doing, we don't get anything. We don't get any credit for it. And that's stupid. And, you know, we don't get any of the glory for doing what we do, just the people who mess up do. And so guys, all I have to say is be responsible. Don't go more than you can handle, because I see that every day, and it annoys me and it makes me mad. People don't know what they're doing, and you can't do that. Would you go out and would you buy a dog if you didn't know what to do? Would you go out and buy a dog and plan on feeding it cat food? No, you wouldn't. You have a plan and you know what you're doing. It's the exact same thing. They're real animals. So guys, be responsible, please. If everyone who owned a reptile had as much responsibility as a lot of people that I know do, and the people who really care, if everyone had that level of maturity and could handle these animals, the world would be such a good place, and they would be looked upon as normal pets, and they would just be totally acceptable in the world and society. But that can't happen because people get carried away and don't know what to do. If everyone did that, then people who really appreciated these animals could see their true beauty and just get moments like this to where people realize how beautiful these animals are. It's just amazing. Reptiles never have gotten the respect they deserve, and the only way that it can ever really be changed in society is if people really do actually start giving them that. And the only way to do that is if everybody who owns one actually learns how to care for it before they go out and buy it. And if you already have bought a reptile and you don't know how, please Google, do anything, read a book, something. Learn how to take care of your animal, or else why'd you buy it? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, is care is the number one. You need to know how to care for these animals. So learn how to care for an animal. It's really that simple. I mean, why are people scared of animals like this? I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know, because this is so harmless. You know, it's tame, it's pretty, and you know, it's just it's the perfect animal. You know, there's nothing wrong with this ball python. This is a butter ghost, by the way. But you know, I can back people up. People who are scared of snakes, because they see those TV shows of these 20-foot Burmese pythons that are super aggressive because they never get fed, or they're being fed mice, and they've never been handled their entire life, or they've been abused, and you know, they've had a terrible life. And obviously, if something has a terrible life, it's going to be aggressive towards the thing that has given it a terrible life, which would be the humans. And so when people come in and get attacked and eaten by these snakes that have had this terrible life and been abused forever, yes, of course, I'd be scared of that snake too. And that's all people see. They don't see snakes like this on TV. They see the big ones. And it's stereotyping to think that this animal is the same as those big animals, but that's what people do because they don't see these. They see the big ones and they stereotype all snakes are mean, they're dangerous, they're big, they're ugly, they're nasty, and they will eat people. And that's what the general public sees reptiles as. They don't see this. So that's what people see when you see someone that's scared of snakes, because I mean, I would guess, I don't know anyone, and if you aren't scared of a snake like that, then you're stupid and you're probably going to get eaten by one. So be scared of them. There's nothing wrong with being scared of a snake that you should be scared of, because I mean that's just how the world is. But you know, because stupid people out there do stupid things like that and then get put on our television and people see that, that's where it goes bad. So all I can say to you guys is be responsible. That's my message to you. Guys, please send this video around, tell people about it, and I just want everybody to know the true side of snakes, the true side of reptiles, because 90% of the world doesn't, and that's sad because they're missing out on animals that are just amazing. I don't know anyone who can look at this and just kind of not sit back and stare, be amazed at its beauty of just the colors of an animal like this. And nobody knows about this but the 10% or whatever people own reptiles. And the reptile industry isn't that big right now, but it's growing. But it's always going to be set back by those ignorant people who don't know what they're doing. And that's always just going to be, that's always going to be the battle. So forward this video around, tell people about it, and hopefully we can start winning here and more people can come to realize what these animals really are.